what's up?
Oh,
We're going to finish this website today.
Yeah. Let's do it.
When did we start this project?
When did we start talking about it, or when did we start it?
Either one.
Oh, it's been a while. It's been a long time coming.
Definitely not as long as this website was, as far as like
No.
complexity. It's like
No, it should have been like a 4-week thing. But here we are, like 6 months in.
So it is 100% my fault that this website is not up yet because I'm a procrastinator and I suck at this.
Yes. Yeah. It is. 100%.
Woo! Look at that. It's up. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at all these limited prints. I think that photography websites are dead. And I actually mean like literally dead. Like they are unalive. They are expensive business cards. They are useful for just being a place that you say, hey, look at my photos. They're sitting right here. They're not alive. There's no reason to go to most people's photography website. And it's funny, now that I've been living in this photography on the internet thing for like 15 years, I've noticed something funny about how photographers deal with their websites, which is photographers often get started with their work. They get excited. They start posting it. Back, it used to be Facebook. Then it became Instagram. Now it's, I guess, still Instagram. I don't know. Maybe they're making reels or whatever. And then they start building this drum roll to like, I'm going to have a website soon. Stay tuned. My website with all my photos is coming.
Stay tuned.
I'm going to open a print shop on my website.
Stay tuned.
Blah, 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 blah. Then they launch their website and no one visits it. Photographers think that a photography website is a, if you build it, they will come situation. And the fact is they won't. You know, these social media companies have us so trapped in the feed where it's highly discouraged for us venturing outside of, you know, the YouTube or the Instagram or the Facebook feed. They don't really want you going to websites anymore. Websites in general are kind of a no-no. You kind of have to like work a little harder to go to websites these days than you used to have to. The lack of urgency in photography websites, coupled with the fact that our modern internet doesn't really love websites anymore, isn't great for photographers and their websites. That said, I believe there are solutions to this. I do believe there are solutions to photographers' websites being something that people actually interact with in some way. And so how do you make a photographer's website feel more alive? Well, number one, just have something on there to do. I mean, flipping through images, sure. I mean, that's obviously going to be part of your website, but that's part of Instagram. That's part of everywhere, is like they're just images to search through. Maybe put a blog on there. Maybe have deeper lore about your work. Like, I feel like Instagram has images, right? A lot of people are going to use Instagram. A lot of viewers of photography use Instagram as a way to view photographer or artist portfolios. So if they're going to your website, chances are they want something deeper out of you. They want to know more. So if your website is just a copy of your Instagram feed or just your best photos, just like you show on Instagram, you're not really providing that extra bit of depth that people are looking for when they go out of their way to click the link to your website. So I don't know, behind the scenes videos, blogs, just give them something more than you're giving them on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. I see wedding photographers do this all the time with their websites because wedding photographer websites have to be a tool. They have to be some sort of business tool. And I'm not a wedding photographer. There are a lot of photographers who have photography websites that aren't trying to use it as some sort of sales funnel or tool. So I understand that it's a little harder for somebody like me or somebody like that's not a client heavy photographer, but like a wedding photographer, for instance, their website is actually a huge tool for their business. I've seen many wedding photographers talk about the importance of blogging because that boosts their SEO, that boosts their Google rankings. So wedding photographers, maybe even real estate photographers, have to use a website and have to keep it alive in order to get business. And, you know, if you're a photographer that does it more for the art or the love of the game, or what I'm about to talk about in a second is selling prints, it's a little different. But I do think that just baseline, there's got to be a reason to go to the website. There's got to be something there of value that is more than what you're going to get in just these social media channels that we mostly rely on to kind of be our websites at this point. So my website is launched.
Finally.
willmalone.com has existed since 2011. It's existed in many forums over the years. I've used it on WordPress. I've used it on Blogspot. I've used it on Wix. I used it on Squarespace for the longest time just because Squarespace is easy. I'm not a website guy. I don't care about customization. I just wanted to look good and work. But my friend Kylan, he's an expert in Shopify, and he was kind of over the past couple years kind of telling me about all the benefits of Shopify, like, and this isn't an ad by the way, but like they had all these things that I could want for selling prints, and Squarespace wasn't like super great for like the e-commerce side. It's gotten better, but it's not that great overall compared to Shopify, which just is built more with some serious customization tools. So, but I have no idea how to do any of this. So over the past few months, he's been helping me build this website because he knows Shopify. He knew what plugins I'd want. He knew all this stuff. So I got him to help me do this. Now, the goal with my website, because I don't really use a blog anymore, I used to be a heavy blogger on my website, and that did bring traffic to my website once upon a time. Now I do most of my writing on Substack on the Double Negative Dispatch, where I also wrote about photography websites are dead. In fact, I titled it issue 14 of the Double Negative Dispatch, Photography Websites Are Dead, and I kind of talk about it from a different angle that works more with writing. So you'll actually get probably a little bit more and a slightly different take than this video out of that. So go subscribe to the Double Negative Dispatch. So I don't use a built-in blog on my website. Now, what do I need to use a website for? Because I sell prints to go to commercial spaces, I wanted a place where clients can view work. So I'm still working that out. I want to have a login backend where business clients can log in and see like the full breadth of my images that I have available for that service, pick through them and get quotes and all that kind of stuff. That was the original vision, is using my website as a tool. But for most people who are discovering me on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, I needed a place to just land where you could see prints that are available and see my work that I'm focused on right now. You know, my new iteration of my website, very early stages. It's not like, it doesn't do a ton of stuff, but it does something, and that's all I care about right now. So right now, there's two tiers of prints that I'm selling. One tier is just my evergreen, basic, big print sizes that are just always going to be there. There are some from my small town photo project. There's some from this YouTube channel. And the ones that are just there, you know, they're big. They go up to like 45 by 30 in some cases. And they're ones that I've been selling large for a long time. And those will just always be there. And so I just needed a place to where if you have an office or whatever, and you just needed a print now, you didn't want to have to go through the rigmarole of being quoted or have mock-ups done or whatever, you could just order a paper print. My most common print sizes that people get for office spaces. Now I'm only offering paper right now. I'll do aluminum and canvas here eventually. Baby steps. We got to chill out here. I don't want to do everything at once and then end up not going anywhere and I spent all this work for nothing. So we're gonna inch our way there. But then the other thing I did that I think is actually what I'm more excited about to tell you here on YouTube, which is my limited prints, which are prints that you've seen on this channel, prints I've talked about on this channel. I even did a giveaway of a few of these prints a couple weeks ago, but these are small prints. These are prints that range from like 8 by 8 to 14 by 14. These are my Polaroids. These are the ones that I tell stories about here on this channel, and you've maybe are more intimately familiar with. And these limited prints, I'm going to put them up for however long amount of time, and then eventually they're going to get cycled out. So that's why they're limited. I'm not going to do editions. There's not 50 of them. There's not 25 of them. It's just, they're going to just disappear at some random date, never to be heard from again. I also wrote a Double Negative Dispatch about editions and editions of artwork and why, and my thoughts on, you know, what I love and don't love about art editions. And basically the way I'm thinking about limited editions, and they're small, is that actually I'm doing something a little crazy. My limited editions will be cheaper than my regular prints. So not only will there be less of them, and they are time sensitive, but they will also be more affordable than my regular evergreen prints, because I want people to have these prints. It's because when I put out a batch of limited prints based on the stories and photo adventures I'm having on this channel or on my Instagram, I want people to have those photos. I don't want to just be like, here, look how exclusive this is. Only certain people can be part of this. No, if you have a relationship with following my work, following the journey, following the process, following this YouTube, I want you to have prints. So I have made them as affordable as I possibly can so that if you follow along with me, you can go get a print. And so that's pretty much all it's about. Is I want these limited editions. I don't want less people to have them. I want more people to have them. But at the same time, I take a lot of new photos and I have a lot of stuff I'm excited about, and I want to be able to cycle those out. So all of the prints that I offer on my website are printed with my friends at Art Warehouse, where, full disclosure, I worked for all of my 20s. I gave my entire 20s to that place. I mean, just look how cute I am in this clip. Me just stretching a canvas over there. So I'm intimately involved in the process of how these prints are made. And so they do my fulfillment and all that. But, chances are, if you get a print from my website, I may have personally trimmed and bagged it and shipped it and even hit print on the thing, just because I still hang out there and I'm still part of the Art Warehouse universe. So they're the best printers in the game. I've printed from a lot of people. I've worked there, so I know how everything works, and I wouldn't go anywhere else. Photography websites are typically dead, and we should make them live. We should alive them as opposed to unalive, which is a word I've learned recently. We should make them active. Give people something to do. Give them more. Give them lore. Give them something in order to interact with you more. Because if people are clicking the link to your website, it's just because they like you. It's because they want to know more about what you're doing. I don't know. Maybe they're hate watching you. I don't know. But I think typically it's because they have a favorable experience with your work and they want to explore it more. So anyways, I think I've rambled long enough on that topic. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Instagram at Will Malone. You can follow my Polaroid Instagram account at Everyday Instant. And that's it for today. I will see you next week. Bye.